Hey guys, Jay here. So in this video, I want to share with you guys a little bit of findings of when I try to make this grenade character. So it is actually very simple. I did not even finish it, but I got turned off a little bit. Uh, sorry. I got turned off massively, actually, not a little bit, because I realized that they changed the way that Temporalis actually interact with the cooldown skill. So before, right, let's just say if this is a gas grenade, a 3 second cooldown if you have a 1.5 second Temporalis, just 1.5. What you need is 100% cooldown recovery rate, so you can reduce the 3 second cooldown into 1.5, and then you can minus 1.5, so you have a zero cooldown gas grenade. That is very cool, right? And actually, people have already made builds with it in the 0.1 league. However, this time around, they actually changed, they reversed the order of the calculation. So how it works right now is the gas grenade 3 second. Let's just assume I'm having a 2 second perfect roll Temporalis. So it will reduce the cooldown of this thing from 3 minus 2 to 1 second. And then whatever the amount of cooldown recovery rate that I have, for example, if I have 100%, it will be 1 second times 100% of cooldown recovery rate increase, which is going to be 50% of the total cooldown basically, and that results in a 0.5 second cooldown instead. So in theory, you never will reach zero. You can never ever reach absolute zero cooldown for any skill anymore. You would just minus the cooldown by whatever the amount is on Temporalis. So it's not even really good in like high cooldown skill. I would say it will be decent in anything that is 5 second or less, but ideally it should be at least like 4 second or less in terms of like cooldown, the base cooldown of the skill. So right now, my gas grenade is sitting at 0.45 second cooldown. This one, flash grenade, it is a 5 second cooldown skill by the base, and it will be turned into 1.15 second. So normally, let me just show you this Citadel here. By the way, again, not finished with the character at all, but yeah, I don't think I will min-max this character whatsoever. And yeah, sorry, I did forget that that is a problem. So I deals damage to my eyes as well as yours. So we have to actually suffer together basically. So this is the flash grenade. It is pretty crazy. Okay, cool. We get a faster shrine, so we can actually move through this area much faster. I like it. I like it. There's a rare monster here. I will just immediately kill it. By the way, if we want to, we can like scale the damage in a lot of ways. Right now, it is very bare bone. I simply just throw all the random support gem that works for the skill. I do have a Rakiata's dance, by the way, but it's not that big of a deal. Uh, this is basically the character. Sorry, I am very under the weather right now. I have been very tired and got probably some kind of virus for the last couple of days. So yeah, let's just look at the boss here, right? So on bosses, obviously, as a grenade build, we can always put down some of these little cannon thing. I will. Okay, I die. The damage is okay, right? But obviously, as the character is not finished, so there are problems. So anyway, uh, because of this, this is actually not the only turn down, not the only let down. Let me just bring this Temporalis here into another character, and then I will report to you another, well, kind of failed project. I spent, well, like half a day or so leveling this character. Probably not that much, maybe like 6 hours to get this Chonk or Triula Monk into the end game. At least I finished the campaign. Yeah, sorry, very tired at the moment. And yeah, it is little bit underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. So let's just put this Temporalis in here. This is something that I have already, talked about in a previous video of mine. So this is an idea that I want to try out, and something work out, something doesn't. And sadly, the thing that doesn't work out is actually the main part of that I want to build around, which is the Void Illusion, which is this thing, right? It's the black clone that I have whenever I dodge roll, and if it receives any amount of damage, it is going to explode, dealing some amount of damage based on your attack damage. So this skill off of your weapon, right? So it looks pretty cool. That is the main thing. It looks really cool. So I want to build around the character. However, because of the cooldown that I just explained with the grenade character, we cannot reduce the cooldown of the clone or the illusion, void illusion to like low enough, basically. It is going to be a 4-second cooldown, by the way. And I am trying to get a lot of cooldown. I am trying to get quite a lot of cooldown. But it is not going to be enough for me to dodge roll, and on every single dodge roll, get a clone. It will be once every 2 dodge roll, sadly. So not once every dodge roll is not cool enough, in my opinion. Sorry again. Holy. So yeah, let me see if I can find anything to show you the clunkiness of the Void as well. So if you have any form of like damage, AoE damage, this thing is going to trigger very, very frequently. If you have a lot of monster, right, you can see it takes still a while for the clone to actually detonate. And sometimes when there is not enough monster nearby, or not aggressive enough monster nearby, this thing cannot even detonate, right? You can see there a lot of nearby monster, and yet it did not detonate at all because it actually does not get damage. Because there is no AoE ability, and it doesn't taunt nearby enemy, or it doesn't like aggro nearby enemy at all. So therefore it just does not deal damage. Look at this, right? Imagine every single boss in the game is not going to do anything unless you have like a very, very big AoE ability. Which, to be fair, a lot of bosses actually have big AoE ability, but it's not going to be consistent enough. So it is going to feel pretty bad, right? There I have 2 clones, and none of them actually detonated, unfortunately. So that is the whole situation, right? So from this one on, I think I'm not... I think this is actually not... Sorry. This is not a total waste of time, by the way. So maybe Void Illusion is going to be able to be built in a different way. And luckily, that actually is true right now. Sorry, I need to put my words together much better. But I am, again, really, really freaking tired at the moment. So let me show you this. Yeah. And that works nicely. For the rest of the gear, I actually just got this video. So this is from Power Crazy TV. I don't think he is like a professional creator or anything, but he actually showed us very, very cool footage. This is actually sped up. So this is a Void Illusory. Basically, he also used the Temporalis to reduce the cooldown of the thing, which is very obvious, right? But the way that he is scaling the damage, I think it makes actually much more sense than what I am trying to do, basically. So he is dodge rolling and leaving the clone detonate, and the clone deals poison damage to characters around, to nearby enemies. And it will spread the poison with the Herald Plague, I believe, because it is a Charyuan monk, so you have to spread it with the plague. So it looks pretty good, right? Sorry. So this guy, I think he mentioned that he wants to make this video to apply for Build of the Week series from GGG. So best of luck, my man. Power Crazy. This thing is very, very cool, and it actually looks kind of viable, right? So if you want to, if you really, really, really want to build around this illusory void or void illusion skill, then go ahead and try to check this out. And of course, the barrier for entry is a Temporalis. That is pretty big. Even the lowest roll is going to be a very, very terrible roll is going to be around 40 divine or something. So check him out. I will leave the link to this video in the description. I just happened to see it right when I finished leveling the freaking character. If I saw this video first, then probably I did not have to waste my time leveling this character. But if I just pay a little bit of money for service and then I get the ascendancy change, then maybe I can become an invoker, and an invoker is going to allow me to actually build around the cast on dodge. You can kind of realize that I am having a lot of spark running around with my character. So if I want to, right, this can be not an auto bomber, but a dodge bomber, or the rolling bomber, if you may. Right? Look at this. We don't care about movement speed, right? So we can potentially use things like the freaking this thing, for example, trample toe is going to be good. Or we can potentially, I think, use maybe cast on minion death as well. So we have a couple of ways to actually kill minion and revive minion. We have a skeletal brute, which have a very decent amount of health. And we have clerics, and we can put a new gem, a new lineage gem this league to the skeleton clerics, so they would never die, which is the Brutus Brain lineage gem. And then it can just revive the brute for us. We can kill the brute with detonate death on cast on dodge, and that will potentially be enough to trigger cast on minion death. I don't know, right? So that potentially can be something cool. And I can do all of that while being a invoker. I think an invoker is going to be better simply for the node that give me more energy for meta skill or trigger skill. And then maybe because I'm using a lot of skills, then the crit node that ignore enemy resistances is going to be good. So yeah, I will tinker with that, and then I will, let you guys know if there's anything cool happen or anything like unexpected that is worth mentioning. But okay, sorry, another coughing video. It's been a while. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I need to go lay down. Absolutely, age is catching up big time. So yeah. Illusory or void illusion. I don't know why I keep calling it illusory, but it is void illusion. Void illusion. So void illusion project seems to be taken care of already. I think that is a very good version. Again, I will leave the link to Power Crazy's video in the description. Check it out. I think it's really, really damn cool, and actually is a functional build, a viable build. And yeah, that will be everything for me for this video today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.